Hello everyone, I'm Shaz and today we are talking about something that could literally transform your life in 2026. Whether you are sitting in Bangalore, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, or Chennai, this video is for you. The question is simple. Should you invest time in learning English in 2026? The answer is absolutely, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Let's start with the hard truth. We are living in a hyper connected world. Right now, in 2026, meetings, presentations, emails, and strategic conversations across companies and borders, they all happen in English. Not Hindi, not Tamil, not Gujarati, but in English. Think about it. You could be sitting in Bangalore tech startup, but your team lead is in Austin, your client is in Singapore, your project partner is in Toronto. The default language, it's English. Here is what is fascinating. Even when no one in the room is a native English speaker, when you have got professionals from Hyderabad, Jakarta, and Warsaw all together, English is still the bridge language, the link language. It's not optional anymore, it's essential. And here is the kicker. When professionals don't feel confident speaking English, they hold back, even if their ideas are brilliant, even when they have solutions nobody else can see. The fear of making a mistake silences them. Over time, this gap it affects everything. Career progression, leadership opportunities, visibility in teams, access to international projects. English isn't replacing your expertise, it's making it visible. Imagine every idea you have being heard, understood, and valued on a global stage. This is not about changing what you know, it's about changing who knows it. Let me paint a picture. Imagine two professionals in Pune. Both are equally skilled, both have the same experience, both are ambitious. One can navigate fluent English conversations, the other not so much. Fast forward to a promotion opportunity. Both apply, both have strong portfolios, but here is what happens. The English fluent person, they lead meetings confidently. They present ideas clearly. They write emails that impress clients. They influence conversations without even trying. The other person, they know their stuff, but they hesitate in meetings. They overthink their English. They contribute less, not because their ideas are bad, but because they are nervous about how they sound. So, who gets promoted? Companies expanding globally, whether it's Tata, Infosys, Flipkart, or smaller startups in Delhi and Gurgaon, they are all looking for professionals who can lead cross-border collaborations, handle remote or hybrid roles seamlessly, talk directly to international clients, step into leadership and coordination positions. And here's what research from 2026 shows us. English proficiency, it's no longer just a nice to have, it's a career defining skill. In sectors like IT, hospitality, healthcare, finance, basically any forward moving industry, English proficiency is the difference between being a good employee and being an indispensable one. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the competition. India's job market in 2026 is going to be fierce. Thousands, literally thousands of qualified candidates are competing for the same positions. So, how do you stand out? Employees are looking for candidates who can articulate thoughts clearly and confidently, write professional emails without errors, participate actively in discussions, understand and respond to complex documents, All of these hinge on one thing: English proficiency. Here is an example from Mumbai and Bangalore. Tech hubs, companies like Google, Amazon, and Indian tech giants are investing heavily in global teams. And they are explicit about this. They want professionals who can communicate across continents. Plus, there is something else happening in 2026. The UK just raised its English proficiency standards for skilled visa applicants. Why? Because they want workers who can integrate smoothly, work productively, and contribute immediately. If you are thinking about working abroad, whether it's the UK, Canada, the US, or Singapore, English proficiency isn't an advantage anymore, it's a requirement. A B2 level proficiency, which is upper intermediate, is becoming the standard. But here is the good news. By investing in English now, you are not just preparing for one job, you are preparing for a whole spectrum of opportunities that don't even exist yet. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Money is important, right? But it's not everything. Learning English in 2026 gives you something deeper. It gives you access to knowledge that shapes the world. Think about it. Research papers, academic journals, industry conferences, podcasts, YouTube tutorials, the majority of cutting edge information it's in English. Whether you are interested in AI, medicine, business, coding, technology, psychology, or literally any field, the global conversation is happening in English. When you become fluent, you are not just learning a language, you are unlocking access to global knowledge networks, international mentorship opportunities, collaborations with experts worldwide, the ability to influence global conversations. There is also something psychological here. When you can express yourself confidently in English, your self esteem shifts. You become more assertive, you contribute more in meetings, you take on bigger challenges. You start seeing yourself as capable of operating on a global stage. And that confidence that translates into every area of your life: public speaking, negotiations, presentations, leadership, relationships. You are not just becoming better at English, you are becoming more capable human being. Here is something important that's happening right now in 2026. Technology is accelerating at an insane pace. AI is transforming jobs. Automation is changing how we work. But here is what AI can't do: it can't replace genuine human connection and communication. In fact, as AI handles more technical tasks, the ability to communicate, persuade, and collaborate becomes more valuable, not less. Companies are shifting. They are not just looking for technical skills anymore. They are looking for professionals who combine technical expertise with excellent communication skills. Someone from Chennai who can code brilliantly and present ideas like a pro. That person is gold. Plus, there's something else: the rise of remote and hybrid work. When your team is scattered across Kolkata, Singapore, London, and Sydney, strong English communication becomes non negotiable. You can't rely on body language or walking over to someone's desk. You need to be crystal clear in emails, video calls, and documents. 2026 is the year where English proficiency becomes a multiplier on every other skill you have. Let me tell you what really happens when someone in, say, Indore or Vadodara invests in learning English properly. Priya was working in an accounting firm in Pune It's a good job, saves salary, but stagnant. Then she decided to invest seriously in English, not just for conversations, but for professional communication, better writing, confident speaking, clarity in presentations. Within 18 months, she moved to a client facing role. Her salary increased by 40%. But more importantly, she went from feeling invisible in meetings to being the person everyone listens to. That's not luck. That's the power of communication. Rajesh was in IT in Hyderabad. He could code circles around his colleagues, but his broken English meant he was never considered for project lead roles. After getting serious about English proficiency, he led his first international team. Now he's managing a global project spanning 5 countries. Again, his coding skills didn't change, but his ability to communicate those skills changed everything. These aren't exceptional stories. These are typical stories of what happens when professionals invest in English in a year like 2026. I'm going to be real with you. Learning English isn't about becoming a native speaker. It's not about sounding like someone from London or New York. Indian English, it's beautiful, it's ours, accent and all. That's not a problem. What matters is clarity, confidence, and consistency. In 2026, employers don't care about your accent, they care that you express yourself clearly, listen actively, and ask good questions. Write professional emails without confusion. Present ideas with conviction. Handle difficult conversations with poise. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be professional. You need to be clear. And here's something that often gets missed. Adults learning English shouldn't study in isolation. You need real world usage, speaking with actual people, receiving feedback, using English in actual situations that matter to your career. That's how fluency happens. Not from textbook exercises, from real application, from using English to solve actual problems at work, to present actual ideas, to build actual relationships. So, where do you start? First, be honest about where you are right now. Are you at a beginner level, intermediate, advanced? There is no judgment here. This is about knowing your baseline. Second, identify why you want to improve. Is it for your current job, for a promotion, for working abroad, for personal growth? The why will drive your consistency. Third, find a method that works for your life. Maybe it's joining a structured course, finding a conversation partner, watching English content in your field, joining professional groups or communities, getting a coach or mentor. The best method is the one you will actually stick with. Consistency beats intensity every single time. And here is something crucial. You don't need perfection. You need progress. Small improvements in clarity, vocabulary, and confidence compound into massive career advantages over months. In many ways, learning English in 2026 is about more than career advancement. It's about breaking limiting beliefs. There is something powerful that happens when someone from a small town in Bihar or Orissa, or from a non-English medium school background, realizes they can master English. It shifts their entire sense of what's possible. It's not about abandoning your language, your culture, or your roots. It's about expanding your toolkit. It's about having options. Think about it this way. When you speak multiple languages fluently, you can think multiple ways. You can connect with more people. You can access more opportunities. You can live a bigger life. And in our incredibly globalized world, That's not a luxury, that's strategic. Imagine having a child in 2030 and being able to tell them, in 2026, when I was uncertain about my future, I decided to invest in myself. I committed to mastering English. That decision, it changed everything for us. It gave us opportunities, it gave us security, it gave us choice. That's what we are really talking about here. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment.